Hello everyone, welcome to A Trader's Journey. My name is Leslie Pips. Thank you guys for joining me today. Welcome to our Sunday sessions as we forecast for the next trading week. Look at potential opportunities and what price might do. It hasn't been a very good trading month, especially for me because of my strategy. I haven't really gotten enough opportunities. I've taken maybe one trade this whole month, so it hasn't been a very good month of trading. So if you manage to find some opportunities, maybe your strategy works for a market like this but not mine. So I'm hoping that next week the market starts to get better and we start to see better price action. So I just want to show you, take you through my forecast and what I think might happen next week. So without further ado, let's jump on to the charts. Here we've got our euro dollar chart. Obviously, reason I said it hasn't been a good month. Obviously, we had this consolidation, and then as soon as the month opened, we had this run all the way up to this level, and then we consolidated here for 2 weeks. So if you manage to find some opportunities in this run or in this consolidation zone, kudos to you. Obviously my strategy doesn't work on a market like this. Hopefully we get some better trading opportunities. So right here, obviously on euro dollar, we saw excuse me, I have a bit of a cold, so so excuse me a bit if I sound a bit different. So when price got to this area, right, obviously we were hoping for a big break and then maybe come test this area, because this is quite an important area. This is our weekly resistance zone. So we thought price was going to do that. So when price was pulling back, so the one thing we were looking for is to see if we can make another run, see if we can try and break this zone over here. And we had this push, took out liquidity, had a bit of a pullback. It wasn't a deep pullback. If I just to put on my fibs, obviously you see we barely even touched the 0.25, and then we went and retested this level again, and then we failed to break through this level. So it shows me that its price is getting ready to balance all of this imbalance over here, right? The reason I say this, we're coming into the final week of the first quarter of the year, so we're gonna see a lot of rebalancing in price. So this is coming into the final week of, if I'm not mistaken, the first quarter. We're gonna see probably a deeper pullback this time, maybe to this level or possibly to this consolidation zone as they try to rebalance price. So it's showing us we had 3 bearish days to close off last week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So price is showing us some bearish behavior. So if you see here, break of structure, get rid of this, break of structure. So we are looking a bit bearish on the daily because of we coming up to basically balance this price over here. So if I go on a 4 hour, obviously you can see my levels don't change unless we break them. This is my daily range. I can move it down here. Obviously this is my daily range, and I can move it. I'll show you my 4 hour quickly. On a daily range, we are looking bullish, but price is starting to pull back. Because of reason why I say that is, you see this in consolidation zone. Every time there's a area like this, we're getting ready for a big push. So but now it's showing us bearish behavior because now we're starting to break the lows. Before that, we were struggling to break the lows. This was our first low over here. Price failed when it came to the zone. It failed to break this low. So the sellers were not ready to step into the market yet, but now we are getting ready. We are ready to step in the market. Step in the market. The sellers are getting ready to step in the market. Excuse me. So we took out liquidity, failed to break the lows. We had another run at this level, failed to break it as well, and now the sellers took over and now we're starting to see a break of structure over here, and I'm targeting this area over here to if we can flip this area, then I'll be convinced that we are the market is moving bearish now, because we had a break of structure. We're coming up to this value area. If we can have something, if we can break this zone and then retest and then maybe rebalance price like that, that's what I'm looking for. At the moment, I'm looking at this zone to be broken. It's showing good signs that the market is actually showing exhaustion here. The sellers are stepping into the market. We flipped the one area already. If I just extend this line, not by much, because it's very slow the way it's breaking. I want to see a bit of momentum coming in. So this is my zone where I'll be looking for entries. If we can break this, I will be looking for entries to this halfway point and possibly to this consolidation zone. So we'll see what happens, but this is what I'm looking at on a euro dollar, right? Consolidation, we're starting to break structure a little bit, bit by bit. And if I take you to the lower time frame, let me go on the 15, you can see it on a much bigger scale that we are actually breaking some structure. You can see that's my level here, break structure here. It's creating its own consolidation zone, but obviously I don't do my analysis on the lower time frames, so I'm looking for the 15 minutes to come to the zone. If we can break this, then I'll be interested in going short. Currently I am not looking for any shorts until my level is broken. If you found some opportunities here, very good for you. I was still bullish on euro dollar, but now it's looking like, obviously you can see over here on the break of structure, I'm looking at this area for entry, because of the reason why I'm looking at this area. If you look on the 4-hour, if we can break this low, there's nothing stopping price from getting down here to this mini order block here. So that's a nice run, unobstructed run of about 140 pips. If we have a tight stop, then you get a bit of a risk reward, because I don't see anything stopping price. There's not a lot of on the higher time frames, there's not a lot of areas where price can react and push back. So this is the zone, and this is also the 50% of this run. If I draw the fib, you can see it's like a 50% zone of this run over here. So that's what I'm looking at on the euro dollar. And then going to pound dollar, same issue. I don't really like to reanalyze pound dollar. Obviously pound dollar looks different, because the reason was that we didn't take liquidity. If we took it this high and it came back, did something like this, I would like it. But the pound dollar likes to consolidate for quite a long time. Obviously we're still stuck in this value area, right? So I have this level here on the dollar, on the on the daily, to be broken, because it's still retesting this area. Obviously we had our break of structure over here. Obviously break of structure came into this consolidation zone, so we see price exhaustion here. Now this buyers are losing momentum, so price exhaustion here. I want to see some levels broken on this. If I go on the 4-hour, if I go on the 4-hour, you can see this consolidation on it. It's very slow price. It's starting to break lows. Obviously look, break of structure here, but this is my structure that I'm looking at. Obviously this is also another level that can prevent price from pushing down. That's why I like the euro dollar much better, because you have a much bigger run to a level that could potentially stop price from moving further down, you know. So on the euro dollar you have much more room if we break this level, we have much more room. If we look on the left, this is the last high pre-break, right? So this is where price can potentially reverse from. So you have a much bigger run than you do on GU. So that's why I'm looking at GU as a EU as a potential, so I'm gonna put this aside, but for next week I'm gonna mark it like that. And then let's move to Swiss franc. Go on a daily. Obviously this is heavily linked to the dollar, to the DXY, so bit of a messy price action on a daily, especially here. We had a big run this year, pushing down, came back to this original consolidation. This is the consolidation that started this run over here. So we change the colors. Obviously this is the consolidation that started this run. Yeah, so and then obviously we pull back, started to push down, starting to get weaker, came to this original consolidation. We haven't broken structure yet. You can see here, this is the low. Price is reacting from that low. We haven't broken structure to maybe potentially come take this low. Obviously this is my weekly structure. I don't like to go to it, I just analyze it once. This is my weekly structure, my weekly internal structure. We were breaking the lows. Now that we stuck in this zone over here, so let's see what price does from here. So weekly external, this is the internal structure on the weekly. And then on the daily, you can see my daily structure over here. This is my, let me just stretch this over here. See, we came back to this original consolidation. This is daily high. This is daily and the weekly share the same high. So we're still in my daily channel over here. So while we're still consolidating over here, I think if we can break this high over here, if we can break this high, then I am looking for price to maybe break or retest here and then push up. So that's what might happen. Obviously we had a few days of bullish behavior, but not impressive push. Indecision here, bit of an engulfing candle, it's not clean. And then Friday was also very not so great. So this is the area I'm looking to be broken, this zone over here. If we can break that high, then I'll be convinced that price is starting to switch bullish. So currently we're in this consolidation. So until we break this high, then I'll be looking at this pair again for opportunities. Because if I go on the 4 hour, I'll show you what I mean. So if I go on the 4 hour, let me clean this up a bit. Let me leave this. These are my breakup structures. It's my 4 hour high. Let me put this. Now I'm in my 4 hour area. Let me delete this. So this is my 4 hour high. Why is my 4 hour high? This is the high that broke structure, created a low, pull back. This is 50% pullback. You see this level here was holding price. Let me change color. We break the structure, came back, retested this area, and made a push. This area is still holding price. So that's what I'm saying. This is the area on the daily. This needs to be flipped. If your price can flip this area, break this, and then retest, and then I'll be convinced that as soon as if we can break this low, this high is going to be taken, definitely. So this is where I'm looking at. This is our daily breakup structure as well, this area over here. So on a daily, this is the high that I'm looking to be broken. And if we can break this high, I'm looking at this high to be taken. So let's see. Obviously the 4 hour is showing us the price is changing a bit. Obviously you can see there's a break of structure here, a bit of a pullback into the zone, reacted from this zone. So I'm looking for another push, something to close above here, because you can see we broke, rejected here quite a few times. And if we can break this, looking at this high here to be broken. So I'm gonna mark this because it's looking very clean. If it's not happening Monday, on Tuesday we'll definitely find a setup if the price is gonna go the way I expect it to go. So over here, this is where we're looking for entries, possibly tomorrow or on Tuesday, depending how the market's moving. So bit of a break here, and then small consolidation on the lower time frame, and that's what I'm looking for price to do. And I'll be looking for entries here once price creates another consolidation zone. So let's see how we open in a few hours time. That's my dollar chef. I like this. I'm gonna mark it as well. Let's go to the yen pairs and see what the yen pairs are up to. Obviously not clean market structure. Let me just clean it up a bit. Obviously not a clean market structure. Awesome. So I'm cleaning it up a bit. I'm just gonna mark my weekly zone. It's my weekly zones over here. I'm just changing color. My zones don't really change. And then obviously you can see on the daily break of structure. But here, see my daily high and my daily low. A little bit of a pullback. It doesn't pull back much, but then I like that this low is broken. It shows me that we are starting to switch a bit bullish. The reason why is this is a significant low, even if it's a internal structure on weekly, but on the daily it's quite a significant low. Why? It's the low that broke the structure, created high, and then we finally broke this low. But this buyers finally reclaimed this level. See, this was the level. The price came here, failed to break a few times, and then finally we broke through it, came back to retest, and now the buyers have taken over this price point. This because of this was the level that the sellers. Firstly, we had a buy. The sellers came, failed to break this, and then we finally broke through it, created a low, came back, rejected a few times, and now price finally broke, and we holding here 1, 2, 3, 4 days of holding. So it tells me that the buyers have taken over this price point. So we might be looking for prices to come to this high, possibly this high, but let's see. For me, I think on this up here it's quite difficult to see. I mean, obviously you can see a bit of a head and shoulders here pattern, obviously shoulder, and then there's the head. You can see that it's starting to show a bit of bullish behavior, but not convincing as yet. If I go on a 4-hour chart, you can see it's not quite clean price structure. You can see this is my 4-hour high because it's a high that broke structure, and then we finally reclaim this level. But possibly for me, if price is switching, I would love to see maybe this high broken. Then we can see price starting to rally up to these liquidity zones and possibly take out this high, maybe target 150. So 150 is over here, break 150, but I'm looking at a 151 for entries. So this is quite further out from playing out. So I'm gonna mark it for the week. This will probably play out depending on the momentum on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and then we can have something like this. But obviously, this is a bit ambitious. But if the market is right, we can have price come and take out this level here. So that's my excuse me. Like I said, I have a bit of a cold. So that's what I'm looking at on UJ. It's starting to switch a little bit bullish. Obviously, I'm linking it to my dollar franc. Basically, I'm expecting the dollar to be a little bit stronger coming to next week, but let's see. Yen, UJ, not gonna do much on this. I'm gonna let this is UJ. I'm gonna let UJ dictate price. I'm not gonna look at pound as well, pound yen, GJ, and CAD yen. I'm not gonna look at as well. I'm just gonna let's try dollar chef, Aussie chef. I mean, Aussie chef is quite interesting. it's kind of doing its own thing. This is this is a pair that I would love to start swinging, because when it moves one direction, it moves one direction. But at the moment, I'm not gonna do analysis on this because of already looking at quite a few pairs. Coming to this week, 3 pairs, maybe EU, GU. Obviously, I'm gonna be comparing both of them, looking at which one looks better, and then UJ and dollar chef, also gonna be comparing them to see how they react to each other. And obviously, if I go on the DXY, I had a bit. See, DXY starting to break my levels. This is my messiest chart, but I like to leave it this way because this is my levels, the levels that I like to gauge the DXY on. You can see we're starting to break structure. We're stuck in this zone. Now we're breaking through. Now you can see we're gonna start balancing this, which will validate my trades on UJ and GJ and GU, and also UJ and dollar chef. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at these 4 pairs. Which one looks cleaner? Let me just mark all of them. So this is EU, GU, dollar chef, and UJ. I'm looking at these 4 pairs coming into next week, looking for a strong dollar that's going to validate my trades on these pairs. So that's what I'm looking at coming into next week. So let's see let's see what the DXY does, because of I'm looking at that. If you can see the Japan currency index, also it's starting to show some bullish behavior, some bearish behavior. I mean, it's breaking the lows. I'd love to see this going a little bit lower, which will validate obviously the yen getting weaker compared to the dollar. That means UJ will move up. So let's see. It's currently stuck in this level here. Obviously, break of structure, came back into this consolidation. I would love to see a bit of a push lower to these areas, which will validate my trades. So that's what I'm looking at. I don't want to do a deep dive on all the pairs. I just want to do the major ones that I trade frequently. So that's what I'm looking at. So thank you guys for joining me. Sorry for making a long video, but yeah, I feel like after a month like this, I needed to do a deep dive on what I think the market's going to do. So if you like this video, smash the like buttons, leave a comment if you want me to elaborate further on a lot of the things and do a fundamental video. I'm happy to do that, so let me know in the comment section. So thank you guys, and let's have a great week of trading.